Hello everyone, in this video I'll be showing you a Sword of the Night build guide in Elden Ring Shdaow the Erdtree. This is a really cool looking weapon, and I'll be showing you a build guide for two of the swords if we want to be using some incantations and if we want to be using the Shield of the Night, which is a nice complement to this. So I'll be going over all of those in this video. Now this is at level 150, but if you're a higher level, that's okay. I'm actually only at level 145. I meant to put some more points back into here, but we got 50 Vigor, 28 Mind, 32 Endurance. This allows us to get ourselves up to 64 poise, but minimal of 51 to 56 poise is recommended, and I got a medium roll there. I have 11 strength, which is required to use the Sword of the Night, as well as 67 dexterity to max out the damage, because this scales just off our dexterity, and it scales really well off dexterity. We have 10 intelligence, as I'm playing as the Wretch class, 15 faith, and 16 arcane, and there's a reason for this, which I'll be showing you. Now I got the Helm of the Night on just for the thematics of this, but if you want to really min-max it, the White Mask obviously is a great complement, because these are bleed weapons. Anytime there's a bleed weapon, you may as well go with the White Mask and the Lord of Blood's Exaltation, just because that 30% increase of damage is so nice. I also went the Black Knife, Oathseeker, Knight Gauntlets, and Bullgoat Greaves. I went with Millicent's Prosthesis to increase our dexterity even further, and I can put the final 5 points into our dexterity there, or you can put those final points into mind, because we want to be using our weapon art often. However, the nice thing about this is we can also go with our charged attack too, which is a nice 2-hit attack. So it follows up good with that second attack, but even our normal attack comes out quickly without having to charge it up. So with this buff with this build, we typically want to go with our Shard of Alexander and Millicent's Prosthesis. However, if you don't have these, you can go with something like the Ritual Sword Talisman, keep your health up high. Go with the Claw Talisman to do more jump attacks. Two-handed Sword Talisman, even if you want to two-hand it for the increase in 15% damage. Two-headed Turtle Talisman is always a good choice. And really any of these are good if you find you want more health or mana. But yeah, we're going to go with this here, and the way we typically want to start off combat is by going with Flame Grant Me Strength, and then doing Swarm of Flies, so that's going to trigger the blood loss, and we'll get an extra 30% to our damage. I also like to have the Revenge of the Night out, because you can do a ranged attack with it, which is kind of nice. It does block attacks, but you can just shoot it with it anyways, which is kind of cool, and it scales off dexterity, but typically you want to go in and do your attacks quickly like that, because you have a really nice charge attack, so you may as well take advantage of it. Like, we can posture break one of those and almost take it out with our charged heavy attack. So that is really nice. And you also got that shield there, so you can use that to block, although it's not the greatest at blocking. It's just good at returning fire like that and interrupting attackers. So then you can just follow it up with your Sword of the Night. However, I would just recommend going with the Sword of the Night, because this attack is really cool. So it's got a good amount of posture damage, but also the range on it. It lets you dash towards the enemy, and you can follow it up with a second attack like that. So it's a good one. It doesn't use a whole lot of FP, so that is another nice benefit of it, I guess. We're at FP at this point, but it does a good amount of damage regardless, so it's honestly not a bad one to use. You can see they're able to take it out with a full swing there. So yeah, typically we want to be triggering the blood loss build up, because that's going to give us that extra increase to our damage, and then follow it up with some just attacks, because you can break posture with this relatively easy. So it has some really unique movements to this weapon as well. I like the jump attack there, but the R2 attack is really one of my favorites. So I'll be going at this without buff, so you get an idea of what the damage is like when you're not buffing up, but really good charge attack too. But I like this attack. 1,000 damage just by pressing L2, and it comes out really quickly. And then you can also obviously go with the charged version of that, which comes out also very fast. So Witching Hour Slash being its unique move that we want to be using often, because it just hits in a huge area and has that cool aura around you while you're using it. So I'm a big fan of the Sword of the Night. I think you should give it a shot, because the damage on this is really great, and it's a katana, so you know it's obviously quite good. But the katana looks very cool, so extra style points. And yeah, that is a Sword of the Night build guide in Elden Ring Shdaow of the Erdtree. If you found this video useful, please hit that subscribe button below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.